Hello you guys, I am back for another video. My hair is wild, so we are throwing on a hat right now, but I'm so excited to be here. I'm so glad that you're here. If you are new, my name is Christina. I am an online nutrition coach certified, and I love to specialize in carnivore, share fitness, nutrition content, lifestyle, all the fun things. So I'm glad that you're here. To preface any of these videos, I'm not a doctor. I'm just sharing with my personal experience. So if this is something relatable with you, that's amazing. If you're just here to watch, welcome. Welcome back. So there is a couple different topics that I have in store for the coming videos, but today is going to be something that is very sought after topic, and I myself went through this, go through it. A lot of women go through it, and I wanted to share this, which is bloating. Now, if you watched my previous videos, I love to record on two things. I'll be talking like into this camera. I'll also be talking to this camera for my Zoom chats, and just bear with me. So definitely know you guys are here. So thank you for watching. Welcome to this video. I'm also planning to do another video to like kind of get to know me, and let's start off this year just kind of regrouping on like who I am, what I do, a little bit about myself and things like that. So I'll definitely have that video coming up soon. But for today's video, we're definitely going to be talking about how carnivore healed my bloating and digestion and what actually worked for me. So again, welcome to this video. Let's relax. Let's grab a cup of coffee or grab some water and let's get into it. So I have some notes written down here as well. And yeah, if you guys have any questions, write it in the comment section below. I'd be happy to share and create another video, reach out to you, comment back. So definitely reach out to me. But without further ado, let's get into it. So if you've been bloated literally every single day, you're constantly uncomfortable, you're letting go of certain food groups, you're letting go of certain foods because you're uncomfortable afterwards, and you feel like your digestion is just so broken, I want you to firstly know that you're not crazy and you're not alone, because it happened to me. It happens to tons and thousands of women as well. And I lived like that for years and years, daily bloating, food fear, constant discomfort, and I want to share with you guys how I finally healed. And it didn't happen overnight, and it wasn't perfect, but it's real, and a lot of us go through it. So that's why I wanted to share this and be a little bit vulnerable with you guys. But just to backtrack, I didn't form a bad relationship with food or overtraining and exercise until I was going to college. So I was probably 19 or 20 years old. Before that, I would eat intuitively. I'd eat everything. I wasn't strict about food at all. And that really developed later on in my life. When I was going to college, I felt like probably the perfectionism or the unknown, not knowing where you fit in, and just that like bubble that we go through when we're a little bit younger definitely affected me. And I feel like that's where I started to get a lot of like body image issues, and that started to spiral into like food and obsessive working out and things like that. And that definitely played a toll on my body with the digestion, because I was cutting out foods. I was eating a handful of almonds a day, and then I was overtraining and I wasn't properly fueling my body. So that's really where it's stimulated from. I've definitely come a long way from where I was at one point, but if you're feeling that digestion and bloating feeling, no matter what background you have, whether it was from an ED or restricting foods or just having discomfort on a daily basis, you're like, I'm not doing anything different. I'm just so bloated all the time. So we're gonna talk about that. So for me, like I said, I'd wake up bloated. I'd go to bed bloated. Everything I ate just didn't feel right. Like it was just such a struggle. And I tried everything. I was clean eating. I was eating a ton of fiber. I was eating salads and grilled chicken every day, probiotics. I was cutting food groups, like I said. I was adding foods in. Nothing fixed the root of the problem. And on top of that, I was overtraining. I was under eating. I was stressed. I was constantly chasing after the perfect diet, which honestly made my digestion worse. I was not a heavy person to begin with in my entire life. And even no matter what weight I was at, I was definitely looking for, oh, I need to get this vitamin because it's going to help me lose weight and be less bloated. And the reason why I started overtraining and working out so much is because I was so bloated all the time. So I feel like I would work off the bloat, and that just doesn't happen. So I got to a point where my gut felt inflamed all the time. I was uncomfortable in my clothes, my stomach felt distended, and eating caused so much anxiety for me because I knew, like, I got to a point where I was not hungry. And even if I was, I knew, like, even if I had a piece of an apple, I would feel bloated. And it's just not a way to live. Like, who wants to live like that? I would look at people all the time feeling like, how do they eat all that food and they're just fine? They're fine. They don't feel bloated. They'll eat like as much as they want. And I'm like, I feel like I ate a Thanksgiving dinner like over and over and over again. So that's where we're gonna time hop into. This is a span of 15 or plus years. And now, the last 3 years, me and my husband have doing carnivore, which I'm sure you've heard of it. It's not a fad. It's not the next cool diet. It's just something that's real, and it has not enough research and background of it as much as people want it to have, which is why people have so many misconceptions on, like, you know, oh my God, well, it's just eating meat. That's like so strict. And, you know, you have to eat your vegetables, you have to eat your fruit. But once you sit and take your time to research on what the things are that we should be eating, it makes more sense. And I didn't start carnivore because I wanted to be an extreme person and cutting all things out. Like, I'm going to be so cool. I started it because I was desperate to feel normal. I would always say this to Brett, like, after we ate, I'm like, do you feel bloated? Like, do you ever get bloated? And he's like, no. And I'm like, I'm always bloated. I could eat like one meal a day and I'm always bloated, and it just doesn't make any sense. I wanted to remove the noise, the constant guessing of, is this food gonna bother me? How much should I eat? And I wanted to give my gut a chance to rest and really, truly feel better. Carnivore was the first time I simplified my food instead of micromanaging it. Didn't count calories, not looking at anything else, but is it a clean ingredient food, an animal-based food? And that was a home run for me. After years and years of feeling bloated and uncomfortable, and then summer's coming, and then do I have to work out in the morning to get my bloating to go down, to go to the beach? It was when I started carnivore and removing the irritating foods was when the magic happened. I removed the plants, the fiber overload that we're taught, the seed oils, and the constant snacking throughout the day. My gut finally calmed down. For me, it wasn't that plants are bad for me. It was that my gut was inflamed and overwhelmed. And I was eating the Brussels sprouts, the broccoli, the salads. I was now eating real digestible foods, satisfying foods, pure foods. Let me tell you guys, animal foods are the most bioavailable foods for you and for your gut. Steak, eggs, butter, throw in a little bacon in there. Eat the chicken if you want, but they digest differently. For the first time, I felt satisfied without feeling like stuffed or swollen or like overly full. Like, when you're eating steak, you know when you've had enough steak. When you're eating that bag of potato chips, that bag has no chance. And then 30 minutes later, you're gonna want more food. That's the difference. If you're eating the plants, the fruits, the grilled chicken, the fish a little bit, you know, your potato chips, yes, fiber plays a role because your body is not digesting these things as well, and you're gonna need a little help there. When you're eating steak, eggs, butter, seafood, your body uses that as fuel and you don't need anything else. You're gonna go to the bathroom normally. You're gonna feel better. You're not gonna feel bloated and discomfort. You're gonna feel good. So letting my gut heal not forcing it, but truly eating that, I stopped trying to fix my digestion with supplements. Instead, I focused on my nutrition. So I ate enough food, I rested more, I backed off my intense workouts. Like even now, as I speak with you, I was struggling with this so much that I didn't give up my cardio workouts till like the last 6 months. I was petrified. I have been doing Insanity and Max 30 and these crazy HIIT workouts every single day, day in and day out, without rest days. And that was playing such a toll on my body as well, with like the bad food that I used to eat and then the overtraining. And now I rest more. I have more mental clarity. My digestion is good. I'm looking forward to the next meal. If someone's eating their next meal and I'm not hungry, I won't eat, but I feel good when I eat it. And that was huge for me. My digestion isn't just about the food. It's about stress and how your body absorbs it and stresses it out and like puts it like through your body. It makes such a big deal. So I have a couple notes here. With that being said, the adaptation phase, this is definitely important, and I want to be honest with you guys. So going on a carnivore lifestyle is not a magic thing that happens overnight. There was definitely an adaptation phase. My digestion felt weird at first because I was eating all the different foods. So then you're cutting almost everything else out and you're eating pure foods. Your stomach might feel definitely weird. There's a little bit of bloating, change in bowel movements, and that's completely normal. Your gut has to adjust to less fiber and eating more fat, which is a little scary for a lot of us because I was there. I was definitely there. I'm like, what do you mean I could eat a stick of butter and I'm not going to gain any weight? Like, that's crazy. Your gut has to adjust to eating that less fiber and that more fat. So that doesn't mean anything's failing. It just means that it's learning. Okay. You could always go back. Nothing's going to badly happen to your body. You could always go back. But once I stayed consistent and stopped panicking and let my body do its thing, that's when everything changed for me. So it's been a game changer for sure. How I feel now was one of the questions that I got. So today, bloating is not on my daily list anymore. Sure, I get bloating here and there once in a while, but my stomach feels flat and calm. I can eat without fear. I don't think about my digestion all day. And the biggest win is that I trust my body again. If I'm hungry, I will eat. And if I'm truly hungry, when I'm eating, it's the steak, it's the burgers, it's the eggs with bacon or sausage, the chicken, the pork, the lamb rack, real animal-based foods. And if I'm walking away and I'm still like, oh my God, I need to eat the chocolate chips or I need to eat the cupcakes, that just means that your body is in that sugar addiction mode. And I've talked about this in like other videos, but I want to also preface this with like, my carnivore lifestyle is not perfect. Like, I'm not the carnivore police thinking that you can't have XYZ. If you want to eat the carrots glazed in butter that you're making your kids or you're at a restaurant, go for it. It's fine. You don't have to be perfect. And do I do that sometimes? Sure, I do. If I'm eating my steak or my burger patties with my cheese and my avocados or bacon and my daughter has a leftover cheeseburger and I will have a little sliver of bread that's on her cheeseburger, sure. Like, it's fine. Do I have chocolate chips at night? I love my chocolate chips. So, sorry guys. I'm not saying you have to be strict and crazy and it has to be pure carnivore or else it's not carnivore. Like, this is the lifestyle that I'm doing for now over 3 years and it works for me. And for somebody who struggles with bloating and digestion, it's a game changer. So, who carnivore can help? And who should go slow on carnivore is like one of the main questions that I get. So if you're feeling like you want to start this and you're somebody who's dealing with chronic bloating, IBS symptoms, food anxiety, digestion issues, carnivore can incredibly be healing for you. This isn't about restriction. It's about using food strategically to heal where you're at. If you have a history of restrictive eating or overtraining, this needs to be approached with support and intention because you can also fall into that mindset of restriction because you're only eating these certain foods. So whether it was a vegan or you're just eating minimal foods, you're weighing your foods because you want to binge later and then purge, definitely approach it with support. Because that was a position that I was in, was that I had that mindset of restriction. So for me, carnivore was a little bit trickier when I was doing it and getting into it, because I didn't want to feel like this was like a restrictive diet. If you understand, you understand. But for me, it was really more about healing. So if this sounds like you and you want to heal and you want to understand the process a little bit better on getting started, if you've been suffering with digestion for years like I did, and if you just want support and another carnivore woman to help and help that gut healing, finding balance for you, subscribe, like this channel, comment below if this is something that you're also struggling with. And I could definitely help with like personalized help with my one-on-one coaching. And I'm excited. I will leave my coaching link below. And this was just something I really wanted to get out there, especially with the new year, because a lot of resolutions start with, I want to lose weight, which is totally fine. If you want to do carnivore and do like a 30-day carnivore lifestyle and see how you feel and you're not going to want to go back, do it. If you're like, I want to do carnivore because I want to heal this, this, and this, or I'm going through this, and you want that lifestyle and that support, I'm here for that as well. So whatever that might be for you, I would love to chit chat with you guys. But just remember that your body is not broken. It's asking for help. It's asking for help. And yeah, I will see you guys on the next video. Bye.